Arrow's up to. Oh, you can talk to people. Hi. Here's a piece of advice from an old ranger. If your Styler runs out of energy, it can't make captures anymore, which means you won't be able to do your job as a ranger. To avoid heartbreak of that sad situation, remember to save your records during missions. If you see a save machine during your missions, I hope you remember what I said. Rookie Ranger, I have a question for you. What do you think a Styler? What do you do if a Styler is about to run out of energy during a capture? The answer is stick it out. Run away is the correct answer. Assessing the situation and fleeing is necessary as a perfectly acceptable strategy. If you need to run away, just draw a single loop around the target Pokemon, then touch the flee button. Nice, a Dragonite. Hey Rookie, does Dragonite Bus interest you? This here Dragonite, like nothing more than working with rangers. Take a ride, and you'll find yourself at another ranger base in no time flat. Rookie, I hate to say it, but it's a bit too early for you to be taking a ride on this guy here. When our leader recognizes you for your worth, when you take a ride anytime. Hurry up and become a good ranger. You know, kind of earn the right to ride. You're asking about Firo? It's resting up. It must be tired from carrying both of you and the leader at the same time. There's nothing to worry about. It's quite tough. It'll be back to its regular self in no time. But as tough as it is, it's not so tough that it can't carry two grown men at the same time. I think maybe I'll have to escort the good professor back home. So how did my fare look? I see. Okay, thanks. Yes, Chase, I have a new mission for you. Professor Hissing will be walking back to Fall City. Your job is to escort the good professor and see that he returns to there safely. This is your first official mission. You need to go through Wild Forest and head through the Karaka Tunnel. Once you get through the tunnel, Fall City is just steps away. We got a new mission. Ah, it's good to have you along, Chase. My well-being is in your hands. Pop save. Speed up through the save. And then we get to go on our first mission. Let's see, what am I sitting at? About 14 minutes. Let's see. Go a little bit further. Escort the professor. Mission 1. Now that you don't treat me as a decrepit old man, there's no need to feel concerned on my part. Let's march. Is that a Bell Sprout? Gotcha. 19 experience points. Your style level 1 up. Okay, that's always nice. Give me that 5 or 6. And it gets the field move grass. Ah, almost forgotten. Spencer asked me to teach you something, Chase. So I shall teach you about Pokemon Assist. I'm going to demonstrate using this Bellsprout you've conveniently captured. Pokemon Assist is a process in which you borrow the ability of a Pokemon in order to capture other Pokemon. Just think of it as a way. I'll demonstrate it now. To perform a Pokemon Assist while attempting a capture, touch the icon at the bottom right. The screen will switch, showing your partner Pokemon and the friend Pokemon you've captured. Here, you select Pokemon from which you require help. There are two kinds of Pokemon Assist. One kind involves the chosen Pokemon directly assisting capture by using moves of some sort. Your partner Pokemon would be this kind, Chase. The other kind involves choosing a Pokemon to power up your Styler capture line. Captured earlier is the latter kind. Switching a Pokemon with your party, and the assist icon will appear. Let's use the Bellsprout Grass. The grass Pokemon Assist causes tall grass to sprout where the capture line is drawn. Grass clings to Pokemon and stops them in their tracks. This naturally makes them easier to catch. But must beware, however, the effects of Pokemon does not last forever. Pokemon Assist can only over a set amount of time. The remaining time is displayed in the upper screen. When the remaining time runs out, the Pokemon providing the Poke Assist is released automatically. Don't forget your sense of gratitude for helping provide. Should be enough of an explanation on how to use Pokemon Assist. Just to confirm, you understand. Would you like me to explain it again? Oh. Sort of thing you should learn by actually doing it. That said, let me now say one more thing. As you move up as your Ranger rank, you will be able to use more kinds of Pokemon Assist. Descriptions of new Pokemon Assist will be added to your glossary, so you should look up on them. Also, Pokemon Assist do depend on the type of groups of Pokemon. See how they match up against other groups. This is quite enough for me. Let's make our way to Fall City. Making our way downtown, moving fast. Something, something, copyright claimed. Ah, there's a Mudkip. This appears right on time. Let me explain how to perform a water Pokemon Assist. It's rather unique. This part is the same as usual. Touch the screen at the bottom right. Now let's just tap the Mudkip's ability. The water Pokemon Assist creates bubbles that can entrap target Pokemon. Touch your stylus and in the lower screen a bubble starts to form. Keep the stylus on the lower screen to enlarge the bubble. Lift your stylus from the screen and you'll have enough bubble. If the Pokemon touches the bubble, it'll be entrapped inside. Obviously the entrapped Pokemon is one right for capture. Beware, however, bubbles bust over time. In addition, the time limit, there's another way which bubbles may burst. An unfinished bubble, one that has not lifted your stylus from being vulnerable. If a target Pokemon collides with an unfinished bubble, it'll pop. That's when you are making bubbles, you must keep an eye on the movement of the target Pokemon. You should also know this, there is a technique of making bubbles float in the direction you wish. First start making the bubble, don't lift the stylus or you won't be able to make it float away. When the bubble has grown large enough, flick the stylus whichever way you want to make the bubble float. On the upper screen there is an icon on the upper right which shows the stylus movement. Refer to it, see how the stylus should be used if you are unsure how to perform this Pokemon Assist. Like the water Pokemon Assist, there are others that may need you to flick your stylus. Mastering the flick of bubbles and you should have no trouble performing the other similar ones. Now there's one more important thing I should tell you. Bubbles must be bigger than the Pokemon you are trying to capture. It may be obvious, but mistakes have been known to happen. Be aware of that, youngster. That concludes the lesson on water Pokemon Assist. Just to be sure, would you like me to go over that again? Nope. Fine, Chase, let's make our way to Fall City. I'm gonna capture this Mudkip. Come here now. Come on now. There we go. Took a little bit longer than I hoped, but you know, it's okay. And with that capture and all that explanation and talking, I'm actually going to cut it here, and in the next episode of Pokemon Ranger, we will continue our journey onto Fall City and get the professor back to where he needs to go. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.